everybody. Hopefully everything's working all right. Just turn the background audio up a bit. Hopefully, I don't know if that volume's too loud, too quiet. We'll see. Let me know if you can't hear the background music or if it's a bit too loud. Trying a different one today. Hello everybody. Nice to have you here. I just finished getting me, here we are, my bits and bobs sorted. Here we are. Oh, let's turn up a bit. That a bit better. Don't be like too loud, but equally, obviously, you know, don't want to not hear it. Oh, right. It's been a week. So we're going to be colouring in this cute book tonight, the Winnie the Pooh Cute and Cosy one. I had this one for Christmas. Didn't know about this one. This one was a surprise. It wasn't on my wish list or anything. And this is one picked by my husband and daughter, and I haven't coloured in it yet. So it'll be nice to get a page done because it is absolutely adorable. So I did spend a while flicking through, trying to decide on a page. Still couldn't really decide, so I thought I may as well just go for the first page. I know that's going to be the simplest thing to do. Right, here we go, that's a bit better. Right then, how is everybody? You had a good weekend, a good week? Been up to much? Right, I'm thinking just change the angle of that's a bit better. Somehow I'll put my bag of pens in the same spot as usual. It just seems to be blocking the, there we are, blocking the light a little bit. There we go. Be a bit better. There we go. Oh, right, so yes, what was I saying? I was thinking I'm going to write down the colours I use for Piglet and Pooh Bear. And I'm sure this bird features, yeah, he's on that page. I'm sure that, yeah, that bird is on a few other pages. So I'm going to write down the colours that I use for Piglet, Pooh Bear and the bird. I don't know if I'm going to worry about writing down the colours for the tree and things. I might do. We'll see how organised I'm feeling when it comes to that. It might be that, like, for the grass and stuff, I just, you know, chop and change through the book. I thought for the characters, it would be nice to keep them the same through the book. But yeah, I think the trees and stuff, I can probably change the colours for those, and you know, it's not really going to matter. Save using just the same like green and brown pens all the way through because obviously I might run out. Average week last week, off this week. Oh yes, you were saying, weren't you, last Monday that you'd got another week because you got to use it, was it before April? You got to use your holidays up. So that'd be nice having a week off now. You got much planned, Jess? I'm assuming a bit of colouring. Hi Nikki. Lurk away, what are you working on? A few whips or just trying to get like a certain page done? Right, let's try and pick some colours for Piglet, I think, first. So I'll jot it down on my, I probably have to use a couple of post-it notes, but I'll write on a few post-it notes and then I'll stick it inside the front cover so it stays with the book. That's not a bad plan for the week though. Trying to get a load of colouring done, Jess. Be nice. Oh nice. I've not coloured in Enchanted Forest for a while. Do like that one. Much prefer that one to Secret Garden. There's some cool pages in Enchanted Forest. Right, Piglet. He has a darker. Is he on the front cover? No, I'm sure he has a darker belly, doesn't he? Is he on the back? Oh, he is on the back. Here we go. So he's got a dark belly. It's So I'll need a darker colour for the belly, colour for the main bit of the skin tone, and then the other pink. So I'll need 3 pinks for piglets. So let's write down belly, skin, ears and nose, and then we'll have a look and pick some colours. Right then, 3 pinks that will go together. Ooh, right. Don't want like super vibrant pink, because I think that will be a bit too much. That might be a nice one for his belly, possibly. And then maybe let's scribble some of these on a bit of scrap paper as well, actually, while we're if we can find a bit of scrap paper. There's a random bits in my drawer. I've got scrap paper, but most of it's already got stuff doodled on. I could do with it. Here we are. Bit of a blanker page to make it a bit easier. Right. So what did I say? Possibly apricot pink for the belly. Oh gosh, right. It'll be here somewhere. Again, I definitely say this every week. Dark orchid, that's not enough. Don't know, is it RV 320? Obviously put it in a different section. Should be in here somewhere now. Oh, here we are. Apricot pink. Hollyhock's quite a nice colour. But maybe that could work for his ears and his nose. And then I just need a slightly lighter one for the main part of the skin. I should have planned this out beforehand really, but I didn't have time. So here we are. Literally can't see it for looking. Just check that you can hopefully see my video, like the actual, resolution of the videos all right. Because we have connected my phone a different way this week, so I'm not sure if the video, in theory, the video should be 4K, but I'm not sure. Oh, okay, sorry, let's turn the music down. Okay, video quality good, struggling to hear, that's fine. I can turn my background music down a little bit. I'll make sure I'm talking a bit louder, and I'll just move my microphone up a little bit higher as well. That'll probably help. What was I looking for? Hollyhock, that was it. I'm trying to find that pen, and I just can't see it. I'm sure I've definitely got all of my pens back in here, though, somewhere. It should be. Right, what is it? RV180. I'll try looking for the code rather than the... Nope. Still can't see it. This is annoying. Right. I do wonder if those big fancy, shelf things to put your pens on in order would help, but I haven't got space, and also then I wouldn't be able to take my markers downstairs, so we're stuck doing this each week. Me going, I just can't see it for looking. But I'm sure, let me just double check I haven't got any pens out. No. I think I've still got a few pens out from the matchstick mouse I did the other day, but I'm sure that's not the colour I used. Oh, it is! Haha! No wonder I couldn't see it. Woohoo! Found it. forgotten that was the colour I'd used on the inside of Matchstick Mouse's mouth the other day. Here we go. Fine. Music better volume. Cool. We'll try that then. Just let me know if not. Yes, I managed to it's been a very long week. Managed to spill my drink on my desk last week, and then obviously it ran along my desk, dripped down and went in my computer Thursday night. Thankfully didn't get on my work laptop, but yeah, got in my home PC. So last husband had to like clean it out and everything. We left it a couple of days to dry, hooked it back up last night. Thankfully it survived. But yeah, when I've come to like plug everything in tonight, I've gone, it's not connecting right for the video. So husband's had a tinker, connected it a different way, which yeah, in theory should give me a 4K stream, but yeah, we just weren't sure how it would go because obviously it's a different way than normal. I'll try that shadow pink for the skin. So I'm just going to scribble these on this bit of paper. So that one for the skin. This one for the ears and nose. I think they look quite nice. And then, oh yeah, I think that'll work for the belly. So let me write it down. And then we've got it for the future. So RV 320 apricot pink for the belly. The skin was RV 270. Ooh, shadow pink. Just do a line in between to separate those bits, and then the ears and the nose was this one, wasn't it? The Hollyhock RV 180. Cheeky hollyhock that was hiding in my pencil case. Here we go. Right, I shall colour Piglet and then we shall pick some other colours, but at least we can get a bit of colour on the page then. So yes, I am very clumsy, and now my drink when I'm upstairs does not go on my desk. I've put my coaster in the window, so my drink will go in the window. So yeah, the daughter was like, yeah, but you can still spill it. I was like, well, yeah, but at least it's only going to go on the radiator. So, you know, not my computer, nothing electrical. I mean, I'm obviously hoping that I'm not going to spill my drink again, but there we go. At least it's out of the way just in case. Just in case. So, let's do Piglet's belly. Let's just double check. I think all of that bit is the same colour. Yes, it is a colour. Oh, do you know what? That joke was made. As husband's there having to like strip, you know, all the parts out of the computer and like clean it up, and he's there and he's like, you could have broken this, and I don't know, you know, you're not going to be able to stream if you have. Because to be honest, that's one of the few things that I actually use my computer for. I do use it a little bit, like sometimes if I'm like doing my video descriptions and things, but a lot of the time I do that on my phone. So the only thing I definitely use my computer for is my stream. So I was like, oh, I hope it's not broken. So thankfully, yes, it works. But yes, husband did make the joke of like, oh, we'll get you one of those Tommy Tippy sippy cups, put your drink in that. He was like, I'm not sure as hot Ribena is meant to go inside of computers. I was like, well, no, I mean, I didn't plan on spilling it, but there we go. At least somehow it wasn't on, so that was one good thing. It wasn't on. So yeah, I managed to clean it up and save it. Right, let's go for Pooh Bear. So I'll only need, I guess I'll only need Yeah, the yellow for him and then a red for the top. So that shouldn't take as long to pick. So let's have a look for those. So yeah, we had that. And yeah, last week we had to take Monty had to go to the vets. Obviously we've not had much luck lately. Poor Luna. I'm saying goodbye to him. Still waiting to get his ashes back, actually. We might have to ring the vets tomorrow or Wednesday if we don't hear anything, but hopefully we should get him back soon. But yeah, I think it was Monday. We were like, oh, Monty's going to the toilet a lot for a wee. And then he kept going and we were like, oh, no, he's got cystitis, hasn't he? Which Figaro, his brother, has had trouble with since he was about 2, I think. So Figaro has a tablet every single day to help his bladder. I think it's something to do with like the acidity, like the pH and stuff in there. It's just like a herbal tablet he has every day to help with it. It's not, we did used to get them for the vet, and then we realised we could literally get the same thing but cheaper from the pet shop, literally the same brand and everything, just not paying the vet's prices. So we thought, right, okay, well, we know what it is. We gave Monty those for a couple of days and we're like, it's not improving. So Rick, we rushed him, well, I didn't exactly rush him to the vets, but we booked him online for the vets, and then took him in and and explained and everything, and the vet felt him and it was like, yeah, his bladder feels all right and everything. Like, is there anything that could have happened to have brought this on? Because husband had took him while I was at work, and he was like, no, like the only thing that's changed is obviously we haven't got Luna anymore. And we didn't think that Figaro and Monty were too fussed. Like, they've not been looking around the house or crying, meowing, looking for him or anything. But the vet was like, yeah, presumably he's missing Luna. That's literally the only thing that's different at home, is that Luna's obviously not there anymore. And he's obviously missing him, getting a bit stressed, and that's what brought it on. So poor Monty, now he's got he's still having the tablets just for the wee problem, but he's basically been given a month's worth of the kind of anxiety / antidepressants for cats, just to chill him out. And because he's such a big boy, like he's 6 kilos, he's not overweight, he's just very, very tall and very, very long. He has to have, they couldn't just do it in one tablet, so he's got one bigger tablet and one little tablet that he's got to have morning and night. So yeah, bless him, poor Monty. He's antidepressant kind of / anxiety kind of tablets for a month. It seems to have done the trick, because his wee problems cleared straight up. So we're going to carry on with the tablets, obviously, for a bit, and then obviously have to see how he's doing towards the end. We don't rather him not be on them permanently, but the vet was like, it could be, from what you've said about him, because I'm sure he has got OCD, and like he could just be a bit of a nervous cat, and actually it might do him good having them. So we were like, oh, right, okay. So yeah, bless him, Monty's on tablets morning and night now. Right, I like that red. So yeah, bless him. We just didn't think he was, we kind of thought they would probably miss Luna. But like I said, he's not been like walking around the house looking for him, meowing or anything. So we just thought they've just adjusted. And yeah, bless him. I'm just going to try this. I don't know about that yellow. Try the pastel yellow. I know I've got swatches, but they've definitely changed colour over time. Here we are, pastel yellow. That's still not a great colour, is it? Let's try summer lemon. No, summer lemon? Yeah, summer lemon. So, yeah, poor Monty. Ooh, that's a weird colour as well, isn't it? These yellows not look all that yellow. Do you know what? I think that first colour might actually be the the best one. I might just try that barium yellow just to see. No, I don't like that. Right, let's try this one. Is that one? Yeah, I might go for that one, I think, for Winnie the Pooh, for Pooh Bear. So, yeah, poor Monty's on tablets. He is very chilled. We've started calling him Tad at the minute, because we watched Tad season 2 on... It's on Disney. I can't remember which we watched, and it wasn't Netflix, I don't think. And obviously, you know, Tad has a bit of a drug habit, doesn't he? So we just keep making the slight joke of calling him Tad. I mean, he's on these tablets, bless him. Sky Max, there we are. I had a feeling it wasn't Disney, but I couldn't remember. It's not often we actually watch stuff on Sky, to be honest. Oh, yes, no, Nikki. Yeah, enjoyed it. I think it was the other night, husband was playing his game. He's playing the Resident Evil Requiem. And he was getting really, you know, obviously engrossed in it, and he's playing for a while. And I was like, it's fine. I enjoy watching. But then there were some bits, and I was like, oh, I don't know about watching this, because it's some bits I don't mind, and then other bits puts me on edge a little bit, depending on what's happening in the game. So I was like, oh, don't want to just keep doom scrolling. So yeah, I was like, oh, hang on a minute, I remember somebody suggested a game, had a little look and downloaded it, and yeah, I've not played it too much since, but yeah, it's like kind of, you know, normal sort of matching game, but yeah, Simon's cat themed, and yeah, really cute actually. Let's colour. Oh, yes, I've written down both the colours for Pooh Bear. I'm not making slow progress at the minute, but then once we've done these characters, it'll obviously be a little bit easier to keep going and finish off with the rest of the picture. I'm guessing that looks like water over there as well, doesn't it, with the pattern that's on there. Right, let's do... Oh, just seen the... Oh, I just realised I think some of the chat's jumped a bit. Oh, the Magician Rabbit from Lost and Found. Oh, that's a cute page. Don't have Lost and Found. I've seen that one. That just looked cute. Oh, the Fox page in Enchanted Forest. That's a really cute one. I think that's one of the pages I have done in there, because that's a really pretty page, that one. It's quite thirsty paper, this, actually. You can tell it's not Amazon printed. Right, and then I shall do the bird. Let me just stick that post-it note in there, and then write down the bird. So I'll have the beak and the feet as one colour. I'll do the belly one colour, and then kind of the back and the rest of it another colour. I'm thinking I'm going to do it blue. So let's have a look for some nice colours. So I might go for that summer lemon for the beak and the feet. So that'll be an easy one to get that ready. Belly in the back, so I want blues. Let's find the blues. So I do quite like that robin's egg blue. That could look cute for the belly. And then maybe, I don't think I want the back too bright, so I might go for that cornflower blue. So I'll just have a little scribble on this bit of paper just to check that they're both okay. Probably could do with re-swatching them at some point, but I can't be bothered. Yeah, I like those colours. We'll go with those for the bird. Because yeah, I keep thinking, oh, the colours definitely look different than when I first swatched them, and I've not really given it much thought. And then I think it was the other day I was watching, I can't think which video it was by Sarah and Leigh Clark that my daughter had put on, and she was doing like light fast tests on, I think it was pencils, I can't remember, and I was like, oh yeah, I suppose even if it's not in the sun, it could still, you know, fade. And I'm sure some of these swatches are definitely, I know sometimes it's different depending on the paper, isn't it? Depending on like how thirsty the paper is, but I'm sure it definitely looks different on my swatches than it did in the first place. Right. Those are colours for the birds down there. So I don't know if anybody got up to much at the weekend. It was Mother's Day here in the UK at the weekend. So I'd been and taken over my mum's presents and seen her like the weekend before. So I knew we were going out, but I didn't know, you know, where. Figured it was escape rooms because, you know, that's kind of what we normally do. So on Saturday we went and did 4 escape rooms. They were all really, really good. One of them was rated, I think it was like the 3rd best in the whole of the UK. That was really good. Called Turd Raiders, I think it was called. So yeah, you're having to like solve puzzles and collect up these 3D printed gold poos, which was funny. Really, really well themed, really good puzzles. So that ended up being a bit of a late one on Saturday because, you know, it's 2 hours away. We ran out like local ones, so that was 2 hours each way. Saturday, and then obviously the 4 rooms as well, and one of them we managed to get the top time. I think we shaved, it was about 4 or 5 minutes off the other team that had been the fastest, so we were really chuffed with that. But everything made sense. Like, I think we had a bit of a nudge at one point of like, oh, don't forget about that in the other room. But other than that, like, we didn't get helped or anything. And then yesterday, knew we were off again, knew we were only doing 1 room, and I thought, well, generally we don't travel very far to do 1 room because, you know, if it's an hour room but you're travelling over an hour there and over an hour back, like, you're spending longer in the car than, you know, actually doing the actual room. But there's been one company that people keep telling us, you need to go there, you need to go there. They've run 1 room for, I think it's about 3 months, and then it changes to a different room for 3 months, and then, you know, and so on. So we've never really been organised enough because it's always been really, really booked up. And we've always thought, well, there's obviously a reason it's been booked up, but we've still never been organised. Anyway, husband had managed to drop on to, they'd had a cancellation. I think the lady when we were chatting to her yesterday was like, oh yeah, it'd been like a team building thing. They'd booked it, and whoever had booked it hadn't realised it was Mother's Day. So obviously all the people from, you know, the workplace that were doing it for this work thing was like, well, I'm not doing that, it's Mother's Day. So they'd end up cancelling with, you know, less than a week's notice. So husband had just happened to have been on and managed to book it, and it, oh my gosh, it was amazing. I think it's my new favourite escape room in the whole country. Like, you have to do something to make sure you get out, but then there's also an element of collecting these crystals. So you need at least 8 to get out. And she was like, but you know, obviously keep going, use your full hour, see how many you can get. So we managed to get 21 in the end, and I think she said there's 32 altogether. And we could see all the puzzles we'd got left to do, but you know, we just ran out of time, and also, you know, ran out of steam really. We're kind of like looking, going, I kind of got an idea, but we just couldn't make it work. So I could see us definitely going back and doing that like this time next year to see if we could get all the crystals, and hopefully we'll get a bit more organised to book the other versions, because we've realised now why it changes every 3 months. She's got like it's like a street. You go in, and then like the first bit's like a street, and then there's rooms coming off of it that are like behind doors, like as if they're like shop doors, which is how they manage to change it every few months, because depending on which version you play in, what the theme is which shops you get to go in to do the puzzles in there. So we're like, yeah, we definitely need to go back. The puzzles were so good, and it just looked amazing. Like, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Definitely worth the drive. It was absolutely fabulous. I think I'm going to pick a colour for the tree next. I don't want it too dark though. I'll go for dark suntan and see how that goes. We'll need a different colour for this wood bit as well. I have to be careful to do that bit slightly different colour. So yeah, that was a nice surprise yesterday for Mother's Day. I just got in the car and we were heading off, and they're like, where do you think we're going? And I was like, well, don't really know. I was like, I'd say that room in Macclesfield from like the direction we're going, but I know that you've only booked it this week, and I know that it gets booked up ages in advance. But yeah, when we were chatting to her, she was like, yeah, you were very lucky there was a cancellation, so that was why you managed to get a booking. So it worked out well for us. Yeah, it's just so good. Here we go, slide it up right. And then Blast Daughter had for Mother's Day, she's you know, obviously a little bit older now, so she'd been looking, and she'd managed to find on Etsy some handmade earrings and a necklace that are like shaped like a cat's face, kind of resin with like little dried wildflowers in. They're really pretty. So she'd found those and got them ordered. So that was really sweet, especially knowing that she took the time to, you know, have a look and find them and get them ordered. So it was a really sweet present. Be careful on this bit around the bird. Yeah, you can tell it's definitely thirstier paper than an Amazon book. So using my markers the same way, but I'm getting a little bit of the streaking, I guess, but I don't mind. Especially on the tree, I guess it just kind of looks a bit like the texture of the bark, I guess. go. All right, and then I'll use a different colour for this bit. Oh, nice. Yeah. Husband got it set up tonight, and I was like, is that music all right in the background? He was like, yeah, it's just, you know, classical stuff. Kind of saw from the name Disney, and I thought, oh, that might make a nice change. Normally go for the what's it called, the lo-fi kitty ones. Let's do this boring wood bit here, because that's only a little bit, and then that means all that corner's done, isn't it? I don't want super dark. I think I do want it obviously a bit different than the tree. I'll try that yellow ochre, I think, for the wood. Good bit is, I guess, if I do want to reuse, you know, use any of the colours the same in the future, I could always just pull up my live stream and have a look through. Some of your favourite Disney films? Oh, that's a tough one there. I mean, there's some like very rubbish ones, isn't there? Then we went to see Wish at the cinema, whenever it was that came out. That's not the best one. We only went, to be honest, because of having the cinema passes. I mean, certainly from my childhood, absolutely loved Beauty and the Beast. Like, you know, the original animated one. Loved that one. And Oliver and Company. I remember really liking that one when I was little. And, what was the other one? Basil the Great Mouse Detective. Absolutely loved that one as well when I was little. You know, would still happily watch any of those ones now, to be honest. I don't think I had the newer ones. And it also depends on if you're counting like Disney Pixar in that, I guess, as well. I did really enjoy the Zootopia number 2. Well, like number 1, but yeah. It's number 2. Obviously Lilo and Stitch, although I would say more the original animated version. I did enjoy the, you know, the live action one more than I expected, to be honest. I wasn't too sure, because that is like my absolute favourite. And I don't really know why. Just really like Lilo and Stitch. I think it's partly like all the scenery and everything, and the music, and yeah, just the story is really sweet on it. They're probably all my main favourites. I mean, Up's good, but you've got to skip the first little bit because that just breaks your heart, doesn't it? Yeah, Wish was so really not good, was it? And it was a shame. Like, I loved the goat. He just made me chuckle. Like, the voice that they put to the goat just, was funny. But then the rest, it was just like, is this actually a Disney film? This is not their normal standard. It was very disappointing. Oh, I only watched Oliver and Company the first time all the way through last week. Oh yeah, it's a good film. I do enjoy that one. Oh yeah, I don't really know what it is about Basil the Great Mouse Detective. I think it's the fact that it scared me a little bit. Like, compared to some of the other Disney ones, I think the fact it just scared me a little bit with, oh gosh, whatever the bad guy's called in it, the big rat guy. I think because he scared me a little bit when I was little, I think that's why I enjoyed watching it. Ratigan, that was it. Yes, I think because he was just so creepy. I think that is weirdly what I quite enjoyed about it. Right, they're mountains there, aren't they? Pardon me, excuse me for yawning away. Right, so we've got mountains, and that looks like water. And we've got grass there. And I could maybe use the same colour for the hills as here. I'm thinking I'm going to do the hills green, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's, hasn't that got, they invent some, yeah, they invent something, don't they? Isn't it like a robot, the robot queen or something in that one? Yeah, I don't know what it is. There's just something about that, yeah, I just, yeah, enjoyed that one. I'm not too sure about all the new ones, to be honest. I mean, I must admit, there's an awful lot that I haven't watched out of all the newer ones. I mean, there's obviously some I've, you know, watched when daughter was little, like all the Cars films and stuff. She used to love those. Really not quite liked Encanto as well. I watched that when that came out. Mainly because the children at school just kept singing the songs out of it. And I was like, I need to watch the film because I haven't got a clue what these songs are from. That is a sweet one, Encanto. I love all the colours and everything in it. It's a very pretty one, isn't it? Right, let's get... It's been a long day. Right, I need a colour for the grass and then a colour for like the mountain bit. I'm thinking for the mountains in the background, I might go for like that dusty jade green. Like the hills in the background, here we go. And then let's pick up all for the grass. Might go for I might just go for grass green, to be honest. I mean, that's a bit boring. Go for grass green for the grass. But there we go. That'll do. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, Lion King was a good one. Tangled. Yeah, Pocahontas is a good one as well. There's some lovely songs in that one, isn't there? Like Colours of the Wind. That's a lovely song. Yeah, it's not been too bad actually, Nikki. Do you know what was quite sweet today actually? Is Greg James from, I think he's on Radio 1, isn't he? Is doing a bike ride for Comic Relief from Weymouth up to Edinburgh. And somebody let the head teacher know at the weekend that he was actually going to be going through like where our school is and like literally basically on the road next to our school. So we were like, right, okay, well, we need to take the children out to cheer him on. And we realised like literally we could just go out of our back gate, walk down a tiny little path and then literally be at the road that he's going to go down. So that was fun today, although the only problem was we thought it was going to be in the morning, and thankfully there is a tracker thing on the website for it. So we, you know, people, you know, the office head teacher and whoever had been checking all through the morning, like see where he was, and you know, because we thought it was going to be like 10:30, 11ish, and then we realised, oh gosh, it's not. Ended up being not after lunch but towards the end of lunchtime, so it was like, oh, right, okay, let's have less time for lunch to make sure we don't miss it. So it ended up being a little bit hectic. Thankfully actually they'd all got the coats on because obviously they'd just been out, so it was like, right, quick, get in, grab your posters if you've made a poster, and then, you know, we walked like literally it was like 1 minute to where we had to be. Stood there and we're like, really hope it's not long, but yeah, within like about 3 or 4 minutes or something he went past. So it was so cute, all the children like cheering him on, and obviously all the adults did too. But what was just quite funny is obviously a lot of the children hadn't got a clue who he was, so they're there cheering him on like full volume, and then afterwards some of them were like, who is he? And we're like, oh, he's on the radio. And they're like, the radio? So obviously, you know, I guess they don't listen to the radio. And yeah, we're like, well, he's raising money for comic relief. So, you know, and it was really sweet. Really nice to just, you know, drop everything and go and do something a little bit different, which was nice. Oh yeah, I think from Disney films, I think the music makes it, doesn't it? Greg James, I think he's on Radio 1, isn't he? And he's got some, I don't know, he'd got a load of other, I'm assuming like actual cyclists going with him. So there was quite a few people actually going past, and obviously they've got like vans and, you know, like they've got some people on like motorbikes and things as well. Like I think it had got medic on the side or something. So literally, I mean, we saw him coming. We cheered and that, and then like 2 minutes later, obviously he's gone. But it was still really cute to get out there and be able to cheer and encourage him on. Especially with it literally being so close to where our school is. If it had been like the other end of the village, then, you know, we wouldn't have been able to do it quite as easily. But with it coming so close, it was quite easy to go, right, okay, we, you know, close enough from the tracker, you know, it looks like not too far away, we can get going and get out there. So yeah, that was cute. And really nice of them to actually see, you know, see something that like you'll hear about on the news. And if they do watch Comic Relief with the family on the TV, I'm assuming that's this Friday, I think. That yeah, they'll actually be able to be like, oh my gosh, I saw him going past. So that's cool. Yeah, I think he does different stuff each year, hasn't he? I've said that, I can't remember the other things he's done, but I'm sure he's done something different every year, and he's done a few different things. So no, that was cute. Just obviously threw a bit of a spanner in the works for the day, being like, especially in the morning, we were like, right, any minute, you know, children, we might have to just go get our coats on and sensibly walk out. And then when we realised it actually wasn't as close as we thought, I'm like, oh, okay, panic over, we don't need to worry just yet. At least we saw him, that was the main thing. Yeah, old American cartoons like Johnny Quest, Space Ghost, those two don't ring a bell. Go Go Gadget. Yeah, that one vaguely rings a bell. I can't picture it though, to be honest. Let's use this. Oh, green for the grass. So we'll do the grass now. That'll be a big chunk of the page. And I'll have to work out a colour for the leaves, water and the sky. I'm thinking this looks like it's either sunrise or sunset, so I might have a go at doing a blend in the sky, but we'll see if I feel brave enough for that. No, I have got a blend written down somewhere actually for kind of like a sunset kind of one that I did in, what did I do it on? The Mandalorian page I did with Grogu, that was it that must have been one of the Fuzzy Meowies ones. So I'm sure I got that written down somewhere. I'll just be finding it, and if I can find it, maybe I might use that in the sky, because that could be cute. I just remember Comic Relief when I was little at school, wearing those horrible hard plastic red noses, but like really wanting to wear it even though it hurt my nose. thankfully they are not so much of a thing these days. I remember wearing them at school. The teachers must have got so cheesed off with them. Like, looking back, obviously we had a whale of a time with them, but teachers, I imagine, probably got a bit fed up of us keeping putting them on and then them falling off. Thankfully they do a lot of other things for you to buy now for comic relief, don't they? Like t-shirts and stuff. Although I think they do still do those noses, don't they? Although I guess, you know, people are a bit more aware of germs and stuff now, and maybe realise it's not the most sanitary thing, sticking a big plastic nose on your nose, is it? And it makes for a funny picture, but just bear with me, I'll check chat in a bit. I'm going to stop while I'm doing this big massive expanse of grass, which is quite boring to colour, but at least once it's done it'll be a bit easier to see what is left before getting this page finished. Oh, hands aching a bit now. There we go, right. Oh gosh, that was a big bit of grass to do. I might need to go over it in a minute though, because it looks rather streaky and it doesn't, well, I might just try and add a bit of texture over it, that might work out better. Yeah, I'm sure let's have a look now. I'm sure I remember writing it down. I don't remember which one it's in. Not in number 1, I'm guessing it's number 2 then, because I don't think it's in number 3. And can't find the page. Let's have a look in the index in this one. Let's have a look. No, maybe it was in number 1 then, and I've just... no, it is in number 3. I don't know why I didn't think it was in number 3, but here we go. Yes, it was in number 3. Yes, I came up with that one. Let's have a look in the... Oh, I did. Knew I'd written it down somewhere, just wasn't sure if it was in here or a notebook. Thank you, Jess, for you've got a better memory than me, apparently. Yes, I remember writing it down. I just couldn't honestly remember if it was in the actual book or somewhere else. So that's good to know. Yes, I might get those colours out in a bit. I'm just going to try and add a bit of texture on this grass, though, I think. Couldn't stand the smell of red noses. Yeah, they did have a weird smell, didn't they? I can see why you didn't bother trying to keep it on. They didn't smell the best, did they? Right, I think rather than adding another layer, I'm just going to add some kind of various little grass strokes, and then it will hopefully mean that kind of the stripes in the background will just look a bit more like it is, to do with it looking like grass. You know, we're trying to use it to our advantage, I think, rather than trying to do another coat. Because yeah, it's quite thirsty paper, this. Until it's not a thin Amazon print paper, that's for sure. Which if you were going to use pencils in here, it would obviously be really good. That's better. I think the stripiness just blends in a bit. I do need to do that little bit of the tree though. Let's do that little bit there before I forget. Alright, just need to blow my nose. I'm just going to need to mute you a second. I've just got really bunged up, so bear with me while I blow my nose. Oh, that's better. Nobody wants to hear me blowing my nose. Right, some colours for the leaves, and I might just use the same colour to be honest for all the little leaves that are left, just to keep it easier. Oh, thank you, Nikki. I definitely don't do anything fancy like some people. Like it amazes me what some people manage to do where they've made it look like it's, you know, embroidered or, you know, really gone to town with the textures and the patterns and everything, and that's amazing, but I can't be bothered. I like this being my nice, quick and simple, feel good kind of pages rather than it being anything too fancy. Like, I just want to have fun in these books, colour a bit like a kid in a way. But yeah, I'm glad that I've managed to cover that stripiness up a little bit. Don't mind it, it's not, I don't think it's so noticeable on the other bits, and the tree, it just kind of looks a bit like the bark, but yeah, the grass looked a bit weird with that pattern on. Here we go, let's do more of the leaves. And we'll do these little ones, pick some cute colours for the flowers. Leaf here. Right, keep that one just in case. Makes you wonder, was your daughter frozen obsessed? Yeah, she did watch them. Like, she's seen, I don't remember if we watched number 1 at home or at the cinema. And she saw number 2 because mother-in-law took her to see that at the cinema. Well, yeah, I don't remember her being really obsessed with it. She didn't have, she was never really into like princesses and stuff. She loved the Cars films, and she had all sorts of the little, you know, cars from the Cars films. Yeah, she wasn't like, she liked Frozen, but yeah, thankfully she was never obsessed with it. And she's never been one for like dancing around singing, so I guess that also helped with her not being too obsessed with it. What colours to do for the flowers? Might do the sky and then maybe do the flowers, because I might bring some of the colours from the sky into the flowers possibly to balance that. So I'll just do the water first. Yeah, I don't remember whether we took her to see the first Frozen one or not, whether we watched it at home. I should definitely see number 2 at the cinema with mother-in-law, because I haven't seen number 2. So yeah, I know she definitely went to the cinema for that one. I don't remember for number 1. I feel we may have watched it at home. I think she may have been a bit too little to see it at the cinema, but I can't remember how long ago it came out, actually. That's a good question. Right, I think I'll use the pale greyish blue for the water. that. These bigger bits I'll go this way, so at least if I get any kind of texture in it, it will hopefully add to the water effect a little bit. There we go. Oh yeah, no, she was only born in 2013, so yeah, we must have watched it at home then, when she was, I don't know how old she would have been then when we watched it. It wouldn't have been until she was a couple of years old, I don't suppose. So yeah, thankfully we avoided that bit, because I imagine that was probably a little bit annoying for parents. It's a good film, don't get me wrong, but you know, also I can imagine that is a little bit annoying. Right, what do I need? A lemon chiffon. Have I used that one yet? No. Right, get these markers out of the way. Right, lemon chiffon. Summer lemon, which I have used. Lemon yellow, which I've used. Chrome orange, I haven't had out tonight, so let's get that one. Apricots, and then cadmium orange. Here we go. So the question is, let's slide these and I'll make sure I keep them in the same order. I think I'll colour the sun, and then I'll just do the stripes across. So I might do the sun, maybe the summer lemon, so it's not the lightest, but it also isn't one of the really dark orangey colours. I'll go for that for the actual sun. How many colours have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll probably do a couple of stripes each way. If I run out of room for the darker colours, it doesn't matter too much. So let's have an attempt. So it's only my second of it go at doing a blend on a sky, actually. I did that first one for that Mandalorian page, and yeah, I haven't done it since actually. So let's see if I'm feeling a bit braver. And it might end up being a little bit wonky, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's just blend the edge a bit. And then the next colour. Oh gosh, this pen smells really strong compared to the other ones. That's weird. I don't normally notice the smell on my markers that much. Right, just go over that seam a bit. Right, next one. We should have done some of the bottom bits a bit. Wider stripes, I think, but we'll see. I've still got 2 more colours after this actually, so it should be okay. So back over that seam. Just blend that in a bit. And then this one. think this is how I did it last time. It was a smaller area last time, which obviously made it a little bit easier too. I'll do an extra bit of this one actually. Don't have to neaten these clouds up after. There's some kind of a white gel pen or acrylic pen or something. Right, and then let's do this top bit, which at least is a bit smaller, so that'll be a little bit easier. Right, go back through bits where the different colours go. See if I can. It's probably still going. It's going to end up looking a bit stripy because see, this paper is it's quite thirsty. So I'm just going to make it a bit trickier. Definitely the blends at the bottom have gone quite nice. It's not too bad. It is a bit stripy, but I think that's more just because of how thirsty the paper is more than anything else, to be honest. I think if I keep going over, it's just going to get too dark and not necessarily going to fix it. So I'll keep that as it is. But it's definitely good to know that this is quite thirsty paper. Right, what I will do though is I will reuse some of these colours. I might do some of the flowers kind of orange, and I'll use one of the yellows for the centres. So I'll use this summer lemon in the middle, and then use this cadmium orange for these couple. Our daughter's off on another school trip on Sunday actually. It's like their end of term treat. If they've got so many achievement points, they could have a place. I mean, obviously you've got to pay for them to go for the, you know, your ticket and the coach. But yeah, she's got enough points, so she is off to Alton Towers this coming Sunday, and a few of her friends have got places as well, so that's good. And the problem is we've got to get up early to drop her off at school for them to get the coach on Sunday. I think she's got to be at school for, I can't remember if it's 8 or 8:30. I think it might be for 8, so they can leave at 8:30. Well, I'll just have to double check that before the weekend. I think depending on traffic, I think they're getting back about 5ish, I think, something like that. So yeah, she'll basically be out all day Sunday. I'll be very tired, I imagine, when she gets back. So my plan on Sunday is to try and get quite a bit of filming done. I'm thinking it'll be a good time to get my members only video done for this month. Because I normally have that out on the last day of the month, so if I do that Sunday, that'll give husband time to sort it, and I certainly aren't going to have time in the week. And next, I must say as well, before I forget, actually, I won't be able to live stream next Monday because I've got parents' evenings at school Monday, Tuesday next week. So by the time they're finished, and then we have to put the tables and chairs back, because we do it in the hall all together. So obviously we've got to put the tables and chairs back ready for using the hall the next day, and put all the children's books back in your classroom, and it's a whole thing packing away each night. So yeah, it won't be back till late Monday, Tuesday, and then obviously have my tea and basically collapse asleep because it's such a long day. You're at school all day doing what you normally do, and then obviously you're there till late constantly talking to parents, which is lovely. Like, it is nice to be able to see parents and talk to them about how their child's doing, but gosh, it's just such a long day. It'd be alright doing parents' evening if you didn't have to be in class during the day. And I think I felt lucky. I think the last couple of years, it's always been that my time out of class has normally been, teachers normally get an afternoon out of class each week for planning and marking and stuff. It's not enough time, but it's better than nothing. And it's normally fallen that's been on one of the days of parents' evening, so at least that's meant it's not been, although I've obviously still been getting work done in that time. It's not quite the same as being in class, but yeah, not got that this year. So yeah, parents' evening Monday, Tuesday, and then I've got my class trip on Wednesday as well next week. That was not very well planned out by me, but there we go. At least it'll all be done before we break up for the holidays next Friday though, so at least it'll mean it's done. Just, yeah, it'll be a long week next week, I think. So yeah, it won't be a live stream next Monday. I'm trying to work out when to do my members live stream as well. That might be next Thursday. I think I just need to see how tired I am after like Monday's parents' evening, whether I can manage that, or yeah, I don't know when else I would do it though, so I probably will do it next Thursday for my members. So yeah, no kind of normal Monday live stream next week. Yeah, no, at least it's on Sunday. And yeah, at least it's before they've broken up. It's not like it's in the school holidays, at least. But yeah, so we've got to get up Sunday, and then yeah, long day Monday, Tuesday. So it's not even as if we can have a lie-in the day before parents' evenings. But never mind. At least I can get some recording done. Try and get ahead a little bit. That's what I did last time she was out. Got a load of stuff recorded, and then it means it's there ready for when husband has got time to edit it. So I've got some ideas on what I want to do for my next few videos. So I've got a Winging It Wednesday plan. Or it's something I want to try for one of my Winging It Wednesdays. So hopefully I might get that done on Sunday. Really surprised me actually by how popular my pencil collection video was. I didn't think that would, I was hoping, obviously that people would watch it, but I didn't think that many people would watch it. That has surprised me. But then thinking about what I like watching, I do like nosing at what pencil sets other people have got. So I guess it makes sense that people would enjoy watching that. On my channel. It did surprise me that I did not realise, which seems like a very silly thing to say, didn't realise quite how many pencil sets I'd got until I actually rooted them all out to record them for the video. Because there's the ones I use a lot, but then when I started getting like my pastel tints and the metallic ones and all my other ones, I was like, oh gosh, yeah, I do have a lot of pencils. So it did definitely remind me kind of what pencil sets I've got and why I like each of them. Yeah, I think there's some pencils that if I ever use them up, I'm not sure I would necessarily replace them, but there's not any that I dislike to the point of thinking, I'm going to sell these or, you know, pass them on to somebody. Thinking about like my metallic castle art pencils, don't really use them all that much, but when I do use them, I do like the effect that they give to the page. It's just the fact that obviously they're not particularly shiny, and I do prefer a bit of a, you know, sparkle most of the time, which is kind of the only reason really I don't use them that much. But they are nice if you want a metallic finish but without, you know, the sparkle of like a gel pen. Right, let's just do that. That looks a little bit better now that those lines are covered a little bit with this Languo gel pen. That's pretty. Yeah, it's useful, isn't it, when you know you're not going to get disturbed by people trying to get stuff filmed, and at least you know it's recorded and you can take your time with editing it then, can't you? White gel pen. There we go, nearly done. I just have a bit of my drink. Oh, quite thirsty again. Here we go. Right. Oh, picked up a different gel pen out of my pot. No, let's go for this one. Trusty jelly roll. I could have just kept that acrylic pen out, to be fair, I guess, couldn't I? But sounds a bit daft, but I forget about using my white acrylic pen for the white lines. It just seemed a bit daft, really. So when I used it the other day on the Spooky Life one that I did, and I thought, oh yeah, I haven't done that for, used my white acrylic pen for ages. I'll probably go pink in a bit, won't it, all that, but the leaves. I think I'll keep using my white gel pens, and then once all my gel pens are used up, like my white ones, stick a bit more to the what's it ones, acrylic ones. They do give a nice bright white finish. Yeah, I forget about them, which is a bit daft. A bit on the petals. A little bit on the bird. I don't really want the wood looking shiny. Probably could have had a bit of a glow effect, I guess, from the sun on Piglet and Pooh, but I quite like how it's looking. Might just get a blue, some kind of blue pen to go over on the water. What shade of blue though? I'll try this one. Let's try this on a bit of paper. See how blue this one is. What do? I want it to show up, but I don't want it like too dark. I think this might be a nice little pot of blue. Yeah, cute, I think. Just finish these little bits, and then I think that will be this page. Yeah, done. Cool. I like that. Definitely good to know though that the paper is thirsty. I have to keep that in mind next time I colour for, you know, whether I need to add more texture to things to kind of blend it out. But I think the stripiness in the tree I can get away with because it kind of looks a bit like the bark, doesn't it? So at least that's what I'm telling myself anyway. Oh, thank you, Nikki Jane. I like it, it's cute. And I like now I've got the colours for Piglet and Pooh Bear and the bird. So assuming I keep going through in order, on the next page, like I've already got my colours for Winnie the Pooh, so that'll help. So let me just date it. Is it the 16th? 2026. I nearly put 25 then. I do that. I always tend to remember in January that the year's changed, and then I get to like February, March, and sometimes just start putting the wrong year in again. It's very strange. Right, there we go. So I won't share with you what page obviously I'm going to do next Monday because, like I said, there won't be a live stream next Monday. I will be far too tired and won't have been home for that all that long, to be honest, because I think the last parents' evening is at 6:30. And then by the time we've like tidied the tables and chairs and books and stuff away, it's normally 7. So then by the time I've got home and had my tea, yeah, just ready to collapse. So yeah, if you remember, I will probably live stream Thursday next week, but keep a lookout on that. Obviously I'll schedule it beforehand so you'll know for sure. But yeah, I should hopefully still be streaming in the holidays though, so you know, I may even do a couple extra in the holidays, you never know, it depends what we're up to. So yeah, it'll be at least, if you're not a member, it'll be a fortnight until I live stream again, so just keep a lookout. I'll have a think closer to on what we're going to work on. I guess we'll be into April then. So yeah, I don't know, still got some other cute and cozy books that I haven't coloured in yet. So it could be that I work in one of those. But yeah, keep a look at it. It might be that I put like a poll out to vote or something closer to if I can't make my mind up. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me tonight, everybody, for our nice little chat about Disney and all the other bits and bobs that we have chatted about. Yeah, thank you for joining me and everybody's nice kind words about how the page is looking. Definitely a very cute book, but yeah, if you get it, just keep in mind the paper is rather thirsty because it isn't the thin Amazon print paper. So the markers, you know, obviously don't go on a little bit different than on that paper. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Take care, and I'll hopefully catch you in a fortnight's time for my next Monday live stream. That was good timing, Jess. Glad that you finished your page. That's cool. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me tonight, everybody. Take care. Hopefully I will catch you next time. Like I said, it won't be next Monday. It will be the Monday after, unless you're a member, and that live stream may be next Thursday, but keep a lookout. I'll see how tired I'm feeling at the start of next week before I make that decision, definitely. Might be next Friday. We'll see. I would like to stick to it being a Thursday like it normally is, but you know, I'm sure you can understand it's going to be a hectic week between 2 evenings of parents' evenings and then my class trip on Wednesday. Might be a little bit tired by Thursday, so we'll see. But yeah, thank you again for joining me. Take care, everyone, and I will catch you in the next one. Hopefully you all have a lovely week and lovely weekend. Enjoy your days off, Jess. Hope the unpacking goes well, Nikki, and everybody else who's still here. Yeah, have a lovely week, whatever you are up to. Take care. bye.